It's Rob!
Tony! And I'm Jeff.
We're in gaming.
And that's you.
Hello gamers and welcome back to the inn. I'm Rob, of course, at Warshack if you want to call me by my in-game name. And today we're going to be going from rank 15 to 14, hopefully. We're going to be playing, I've got a ton of decks, actually, I want to be playing this season. Got a lot of fun decks, but right now we're going to be playing the big guns, which is, it'll be a surprise. How about that? This is a deck we actually played with last season, and we got destroyed. We actually just got booty tickled all the way down from, I think we were at rank like 14, and we went back to like 17 or 18 in less than an hour. So I refined the deck. I actually saw some streamer playing, I don't even remember the name, but some streamer was playing a deck very much so like this, and I basically took his idea, and yeah, we're just gonna go from there.
I must protect the wild. Nature must be preserved.
Okay, so I like the Innervate, I like the Raven Idol. I do not like the double North Sea Kraken, but the Raven Idol can get us into that. And Ancestral card, which will be very, or Astral Communion, I think it's called, not Ancestral. I always call it Ancestral Communion, and that's just wrong. Tony's like, Rob, you're retarded. You've been saying the name of this card wrong for so long. So let's discover a spell and see if we can get lucky. Got another Innervate. I like that. So we can actually Innervate coin and summon a any 5-drop we want. Next turn we can summon a. We can summon Lore next turn. Holy shit. I feel like summoning Lore because, oh my god. What do we do? So do we Innervate, coin, Nourish that gives us 2 mana crystals that puts us at 5, and the next turn we can't coin into anything. So I almost want to... Let's Innervate,
I don't have enough mana.
coin, draw 2. This is insane. Hopefully we'll draw into, like, I was hoping another Innervate so we could draw into the Nourish or maybe a Wild Growth, but we'll see how this goes. I mean, Blood Mage and another Druid deck. I mean, I don't even want to assume what kind of decks these guys are playing this early in the season. I mean, hopefully they're not playing anything too crazy, just because, you know, it's fun deck time, but these people could mean business, and business is not good. So we actually can't play anything here. We're just going to swing into the Valamos, and then I guess we could swing into this just so he doesn't, like, do anything. I guess he could buff it with, like, Mark of the Wild or something, or he could kill this and then go face. So I might as well just kill it. We're not going to win this matchup through basically going face for 5. There is no Force of Nature Savage Roar. So field control is our best thing. For some reason I was thinking playing the Nourish was definitely a good play there, just to get us ahead of those 2 mana crystals. Oh wow, he actually could be playing the same deck we are. He's not going to win this joust. How did he win this joust? That Blue Hoarder is the lowest card in this deck. Oh boy, besides the... oh god, there's another Innervate. So I feel like Innervate and Nourish is fine here. It lets us... okay, so next turn we would Innervate out the Ancient of Lore, but if we Nourish to gain 2, and next turn we're on 2, so that's fine. So we'll go ahead, Nourish to gain 2 mana crystals. We'll go ahead and passive to swing this. And then we do not want to swing into him because this is just going to die next turn anyway, so we want him to make this attack. And then the following turn we'll just go ahead and Ancient of War in defensive position. I like how I said defensive position, like it, like, you know what I mean. It goes taunt or it goes uproot, so we'll go attack position and defensive position. I haven't seen Master Jouster, like, played at all. Or maybe we should have attacked. But either way, I think we'll be fair to say the Ancient of War can protect us, followed by another Ancient of Lore. Alright. And this is where this deck just absolutely gets insane. You just keep playing huge drop after huge drop after huge drop, and eventually your opponent just goes, wow, double Jouster. This guy could be playing the same. How did double Lore? This is bullshit! Oh my god, this guy's insane. How did he get so good? Oh, man. Oh, fuck. I want to take off the Divine Shield, and it's going to cost us this, and then we can't develop a card. Wow, we just got to do it. And we really didn't even need to make that attack there, but I felt like it. Because if he doesn't want to attack with this, then we can just Wrath it next turn, and then we can play... or we could just play Ice Howl. I think Ice Howl is pretty good. But making that attack, I guess, was kind of pointless, because now it just dies when it could have lived. I guess that's right. I mean, it's right on his part, not right on ours. We've had a few Angry Orchards tonight, but not like the other night, which would be the episode before this, where I had that Mountain Dew. That was insane. That was too much. That was too much. Alright, so this isn't going to die, but we can Ice Howl, but then that still really doesn't do much. So I almost want to Master Jouster and then Wrath this for 1. But that really doesn't do much either. What do Ysera do? Ysera seems pretty good. Yeah, we're going to use Ysera then. This guy could be playing exactly the same deck we are. And Dream is a really nice card for us to have. We can just send back, like, War or something. And it, like, literally makes it so his turn, he developed nothing. And I don't think he has an answer to War unless he's going to pull, like, a Nourish or a, what is it called, Shuffle or whatever. Did he just get a Recycle? That's the card I was looking for. But yeah, it gets put back in our deck. It doesn't, at least he doesn't take it, but still doesn't feel good. Alrighty, so, I guess Ice Howl, return this to his hand, and then we'll kill off this 5/6. Okay. So as long as he doesn't play combo, which he shouldn't, we should be okay from here on out. As long as we have the board and this Ice Howl is going to be able to kill that War that he plays, and then North Sea Kraken's going to be pretty dandy. So he's probably just going to redevelop. Okay, so he plays the Ancient of War. He's going to be able to draw 2 from this. Okay,
I hope you like my
and
invention.
as a novice engineer. Okay. I wish our Wrath cost 1, but it doesn't. Because, like, this trades into this and dies. We played this. We could play Jouster, Loot Hoarder, and then draw 1 from that. That seems pretty good. Let's see what we draw first. Yeah, another Jouster. Right. So hopefully we win this Joust. There's really no reason we shouldn't. There we go. And then we can actually kill his guy off. But that doesn't feel that great just because he's going to play that War and we actually have no way to get past that War. So I'm actually just going to keep the Yeti alive and we're not going to make that trade. I'm going to make the assumption he does not play Big Game Hunter, based on what he's played in the past. Where also Deathwing is looking pretty nice. If we can play some more big cards out of our hand or like draw into like the Sea Witch and he ends up clearing our field somehow, Deathwing is just like a really nice out. So he's going to use the 2 mana to kill here. Will he swing? Rag. Okay, so Rag ideally wants to hit that Loot Hoarder. Worst case, he hits the Ice Howl. Yeah, I guess that's fine. So, I suppose we could go ahead and, obviously this is going to happen. And then we're going to kill off our Loot Hoarder, see what we draw, and then North Sea Kraken, what's left of that. We could Wrath it down and play the Jouster, but developing a 9/7 feels a lot better. The following turn, if he wants to play his War, we could go ahead and Sea Kraken that, and then swing our Kraken into it, and it'll be able to kill it. Whew. The fact that we have a creature when we end our turn is really, really important because it gives us the initiative to make the trades and stuff. Nourish is basically a dead card in our hand, so it kind of stinks.
I dream and the world trembles.
Uh-oh. At least we'll be able to get rid of that. I don't even think we Raven Idol right now. We're just gonna kill Ysera off. What would be Raven Idol? Like, I'm gonna wait till I really need to use Raven Idol before I play it. Because, like, if we play Raven Idol and we look for, like, let's say a creature and we end up needing, like, a Nourish, or not a Nourish, but, like, a Tree Life, or just some card, depending on the situation. Like, there's no point to just use it right now. We'll wait till we need a situation to play it. Alright, so that's pretty good for him. So I guess we play the Jouster, and of course we swing face for 9. There's no reason to kill off this. We can actually look for something to deal with this 7/6, which wouldn't be a bad plan either. How many cards is he gonna fucking draw? Jesus, man. Rag is pretty good. But I actually like this line of play. So let's look for a spell and see what it gives us. Deal 5 damage. So this is 5, that's 2. We could actually deal with that and swing the face. We can actually give this taunt. Wow, okay, this works. So we go ahead and we can give it +4 health and taunt. And then we can play Jouster. And we can actually swing face for 9, or we can kill this off. And I think killing this off is fine. Because he could have killed off our Jouster by using his passive, swing his passive into here, and then the Drake into there, and then we use Wrath, but this doesn't take damage. But he has really no way to deal 4 damage unless he runs the Krakens, which I doubt he plays. Alright, Starfire to kill it. He doesn't develop the field when he does this, and next turn we just play Rag, and he's still in the same boat, because he's going to have to deal with our larger creatures, which is why we want to play these larger creatures, and he's behind. Wow, he just discarded his whole hand. He had 10 mana, and now he's going to concede. GG. I played against this deck one other time, and it's funny because the second I play it, somebody else plays it. That's insane. Like, I've only seen this deck played against me like once, maybe twice, in like the 6 months since TGT's been out and that Communion card's been out. What card would you keep in your hand? I don't get it. He has a lot of good cards though. Double War, Trog, Harrison, Boom, Double Nourish. I think he's mad. Alright, so Rag, passive. There's no reason to Wild Growth here. I mean, there is, but I just don't really feel like it. We win next turn anyway. I'd rather passive just in case he's somehow whips out 14 damage out of his booty hole. Wow, this lighting is horrible. We need to invest into lighting, everybody. My room is so bad for lighting. Like, I literally use my phone to light up this side of the green screen and a really bad lamp for that side. And since there's 2 different kinds of color, it like offsets it really bad, so I have to use XSplit to like add in colors that aren't there, and I can't wear particular colors because of the light imbalance. So I need to like mount lights up on the wall or maybe behind the green screen and do like backlit, but then like that changes my room into what looks like a porn studio. When people come over already, they walk in my room and they see like this weird array of like lamps and lights and random shoes, because the shoes hold up the lights, which you can't see. I don't want to show you, it's Jared as fuck. But they'll be like, what the fuck, Rob? What are you doing in here? I'm like, man, I'm a YouTuber for gaming videos. I promise, man, it's just games here. They're like, oh yeah, just games, huh? What kind of porn games you playing? What kind of nasty devices are stored away in the confines of your drawers and shit? And I'm like, man, it's just video games. I will show you the channel right now. They're like, oh, don't show me anything, man. I don't want to see shit. It's really funny. People just get the complete wrong idea when they see a green screen in a bedroom. I'm like, I promise. They're like, nah, man, nah, I'm good. I'll see you later, bro. And I'm like, okay, you're all right, okay. Oh, before we get too deep into this and I forget, that just sounded wrong, but we had received a comment on our, how you say it, man, on our YouTube channel, which this will be posted to. Let me get back to him. I told our, he gave us a, hold on, let me get to the comment first, and then we'll talk about it. Oh, we're playing a priest. Oh, that's fine. Alright, let's see if I can get to it. Alright. It was by Daniel, and he left it on our part 4 of our Whispers of the Old Gods. We're actually going to keep the Raven Idol. And he said a couple things about each card. So he said, okay, let's get into this. Let's see what we need to do first, and I'll talk about this during our opponent's turn. We're going to look for a spell, give us a Communion, an Innervate, a Wild Growth. Oh man, this sucks. Bite doesn't really help us. Oh, I guess. Do we have any 4-drops? Against a priest, what do we know he has? He's not going to be playing a ton of cards on the board. Bite could help us. It's between Bite and Starfall, but the problem is on turn 4... What's our turn 6 play? Jouster. What's our turn 4 play? Nothing. So I guess we go for Bite, but Starfire allows us to draw a card, but Bite helps us kill, like, cultists and stuff. I like Starfire. Okay, so tentacles for arms. You said it could be good for Face Warrior or Fatigue. I really don't know how this card's gonna pan out yet. It's a 5-drop 2/2 It's 2 attack, 2 durability, and then it says when Death Rattle in this card, oh, maybe Bite should have been the choice. But it's not really a big deal, because whatever he plays now doesn't really matter. Let's go for another spell. Let's hope for... Oh man, this is still bad. I guess we could Recycle. Seems decent. It's pretty annoying for our opponent. Hopefully we draw into a Nourish or an Innervate. So Tentacle for arms, I like what you said about this, Daniel. Man, this is hard to do both. Sea Witch doesn't really help us. I guess we Loot Hoarder, but the problem is when we Loot Hoarder, he just swings it into his Northshire and then he heals. And that doesn't feel good, so I guess we just passive. I guess me and Tony will talk about this a different time, so my bad. I've drunk too much, and you've said too much for me to reply back in a decent fashion. So me and Tony will talk about this.
Do you like to play with fire?
Oh man, this is insane right now. I don't like this opener. Priests normally have slow openers. How you say this is not slow. This actually deals 5 damage, so we can kill the Northshire Cleric. That feels pretty good. If we wait till next turn, nothing happens. So I guess we just Innervate and we kill this Northshire Cleric.
Job's done.
Okay, so next turn is basically going to be Naga Sea Witch, I suppose, and he's going to waste Shadow Word Death on that. Because we're not really going to find a time to play the Sea Witch anytime soon. He's just going to heal face. Oh, he didn't even use passive. Good job. Alright, so we're just going to play the Sea Witch, and we'll see what he does here. I see like a Shadow Word Death here. He's not going to Entomb it because he doesn't have enough mana. I guess he could Velen's one of his guys, and that would be pretty annoying, because then we have no turn 6 play besides just recycling his card. Please don't tell me you got that Velen's. Ah, buddy boy's got the Velen's in hand. How you doing? Deals 1 damage to everything, deals 1 damage to everything. You just killed your own guy, and now if you trade in, you didn't think about this too much, did you there, buddy? You did not think about these plays very much at all. You're just one funny guy, aren't you? Okay, I guess we just play Jouster. And we're definitely going to win this Joust because all our cards in our deck cost a fuck ton. And unless he, I guess he could use, how you say Entomb? I see, if you use an Entomb on a 5, oh my god, have mercy on your soul, man. Draw me a Wrath. Wrath will do me well. Alright, never mind. Alright, we're going with the Rooted. Never uproot, guys. We don't have balls here at the end. We stay ballless. Do you have the second Entomb? Shadow Ward Death, how you doing? Belcher is a card. We'd actually play Rag next turn. That seems pretty cool. Dude, this deck is insane. Alright, so Rag. I guess we could swing into this just so it kills his board. Hopefully it kills the Wild Pyromancer because we're lucky like that, but it's not. It's just not. I guess next turn, I guess we could lure into more cards, or we could just Ancient of War and play around Light Bomb. He's going to heal up that guy. It's going to do some... Ooh, look at you. Look at you. Draw another card. Do you pull the Shadow Ward Death off the top? No Shadow Ward Death, but the Holy Nova. Feeling it. Now deal 1 damage to everything. He's going to draw 1 more card. Do you have another Healing Circle? Of course you do. Deal 1 more damage to everything. Draw 3 cards. How did this guy get so amazing? Tier 1 Control Priest versus fucking random garbage Rob plays. Alright, let's go. Alright, so we're going to root this, play Loot Hoarder, end our turn, kill the Wild Pyromancer. Okay. You can't tell Rag what to do. Rag does what he wants, and if Rag wants to go face, Rag's gonna go face. Look at this guy. Ragnaros does not give a fuck. That's why we need the Light Lord. The Light Lord can attack, and he heals. He doesn't heal what you want, but assuming he's gonna heal what you want. He seems like a decent guy. Shadow Ward of Death. Now he can kill our Rag. Oh, Loot Hoarder drew us a card. What a wild growth. Where were you earlier in this game? Go face with your Wild Pyromancer, please. So I can just Northsea Kraken. No, it's not bad, because then he's going to heal the Northshire Cleric. Because you know if I passive, I can kill it. Play smart. Play smart. I guess he could Soul Priest Flash Heal. Holy Nova to draw 2 more cards. This guy right now. This guy knows some shit I don't know. That wasn't too smart. I actually can heal from this. But we can actually kill this. We can't kill this. How do I want to deal with this? Alright, Rag. This is your last chance. Kill the Wild Pyromancer. Don't do me dirty. Well, GG. Here comes the Soul Priest Flash Heal phase. I have a feeling. Ooh, Mind Blast. Didn't even see it coming. This guy's a paw fashion. We went down, boys. We went down. I spilled water on my shirt. Rip. Blue water on blue shirt. I didn't realize how full this was. I thought it was much. It was like much. There was much less in here. I like went to pour it. And I'm like, oh god, there's so much. Oh man. You can never tell with cups you can't see through. They're very tricky, you fellas. Your non-see-throughness. Alright, so we need to win 3 games to get to rank 14. Will we do it with this deck? I'm not sure. We actually needed 1 game and we'd be 14. How did 1 game turn into 3 games? Tell me that, Hearthstone. How did 1 game from 14 turn into 3 long games? Marbles.
You asked for it.
Oh, there it is, the communion. Everybody's happy to see the communion. So we want to put back the lore. I actually want to put back the Jouster because it's a taunt card. And I almost want to put back the Sea Witch too, but let's put her back and see if we can pull out some Innervate. We already get coins, so. That it is. There it is. Turn 1 communion, baby. Double communion. So this is 2-3, or we in luck, boys. The dream, the dream, the dream. Even Donovan knows the dream. And now our top decks are gonna be Innervate, Wild Growth, Wrath, Loot Hoarder, Loot Hoarder. We're gonna get dog shit. Nah, Rag. Ooh, Ancient Lore. I guess this guy could play a secret and fuck me so hard. Mirror Entity would destroy this deck. Lore is a pretty good draw. Nourish is decent, I suppose. Loot Hoarder's pretty bad. I mean, any creature's good. I would basically rather have just a line of creatures. No, I would say Deathwing's decent, but it's really not. Hey, Nourish. Alright, so we'll Nourish and draw 3 cards, and now we've got some options. Unfortunately, we can't really play too much. Ooh, Naga Sea Witch. So good. We're gonna kill off that Sorcerer's Apprentice. And now we can actually play so many cards. Oh my god. And by so many, I mean like 2, but still. Feels like so many, because we have so many cards in the deck. Do we even kill the Shredder? I guess it could be a Doomsayer, but we're just going to pretend like we didn't see it. We're just going to go face. Of course we win the Joust. Bink, bink. This guy has to be mad. I mean, I would be mad. I mean, he could pull a Doomsayer from the Shredder. That would make me mad. The Kansami, he didn't even go for the Doomsayer play, man. You gotta go for that, 1.5% chance. You always have to go for the 1.5% chance. It's a better chance than the lottery, and people win that. And people actually pay for that. You technically don't pay for this. You could have paid for this. I'm assuming you paid for this because you have Golden Shredder. So if you paid for something, you didn't even go for it, and you could have had it, then why didn't you? It's a question you gotta ask yourself. Ooh, the guy who just spectated me. We won the game, and he got a legendary. Nice open, man.
You asked for it.
All right, so we're gonna keep Hayosaya. I almost like this whole hand, just because against the mage, they're very aggressive. Because Loot Hoarder allows us to draw into some of our ramp. Wrath deals with the board early on. But nothing really. I think I'm just going to keep the Loot Hoarder. Do we keep the Loot Hoarder for cycle? You can just ping it off. No, we gotta go big or go home. We're playing go big or go home. Alright, we probably should have kept the loot hoarder. Unless we draw into like wild growth or the communion. Everybody likes the communion. Come together right now. How you doing? I guess we could innervate out the Naga Witch, but then everything costs 5, and we don't even have 5 mana, so feels bad. I guess we can innervate out the Sylvanas on 4, unless we can draw into Nourish next turn. Nourish next turn. Oh boy, oh boy. Happy thoughts. Happy thoughts. Oh boy, we're taking off. Coin into Unstable with the double Mana Worm. Oh my god, this guy is disgusting. He got so... How did he become so good at this game? Oh, we can't deal with one of these guys. Alright. It doesn't feel as bad now. We only take 5. Only 5 on turn 3. We would have taken a lot more, though. There's a secret. So I'm going to... Hopefully it's not a Mirror Entity. Oh, man. Alright. It is Mirror Entity. Have mercy.
I'm sorry.
Do we have any turn 5 play? The Sea Witch. Alright. So I guess we play the Sea Witch, but then he just swings his 1-drop into it. Because mages, you know, a 1-drop, 1/3, that every time you cast a spell, which you don't have a lot of, by the way, it gains +1 attack. It's almost as broken as Tunnel Shrug. Oh, mercy. Fireball face, this guy. Nice. Wins next turn. Fun and interactive. Maybe we'll live one more turn. Frostbolt, he wins. Fireball, he wins.
Well
Roaring
played.
Torrents, he wins. Ha! Brilliant plays. Brilliant. Have fun staying at around rank 10 through 15. Three more games. Just kidding. I'm gonna end this. I'm gonna probably end this. I give it another like 10-20 minutes because I have how you say it, man. We've got class tomorrow. I've got some homework to do, and I really didn't I didn't expect this deck to hit rank 14. I just played it because it seemed really fun.
Malfurion versus Uther.
I wonder how like loud the clapping is. Hopefully it's not that loud for you guys. I feel pretty bad. All right, we're gonna put back both Wraths just because. How you say? Actually, we could keep one for cycle because we know he's gonna do something. Do something. But we have a greater. Yeah, let's put it back. Fuck it. Go big or go home, boys. Innervate, Wild Growth. Okay. All right, we got a pretty decent hand. And loot order. All right, so we're gonna go for that sweet spell. I always take Innervate. I stay Innervate. We stay Innervate. So we Wild Growth next turn, and then we have 4. And then we'll have potentially 8. Ooh.
Well met.
How does this work? So what if we Loot Hoarder, Innervate, Communion. No, Wild Growth.
For the wild.
Alright.
Well played. Well played.
The dream again. This is actually the dream though, because the Loot Hoarder allows us to draw a card if we don't, or like get what we want to get. Alright, so we'll see what we get here. What if that's a redemption though? I guess we're just gonna have to make that Ticky Whittle bet. What do we want to draw first? I guess I'll hold Wraith, and we'll draw with our Loot Hoarder first. Redemption? No redemption.
I will not be trifled with.
Naga Sea Witch. My Wrath now costs 5. Yes. Mustard for battle.
Reporting for duty.
So it's probably an Avenge. Which means if it's an Avenge, the Jouster's pretty good. We know we're gonna win the Joust, so.
For the wild.
For the Empress.
Gotta love those tier 1 decks at rank 15. Doesn't get any better than this, folks. This is ladder for you. Welcome. Welcome. I'm Hearthstone, where ladder you only meet the finest decks and get fucked the hardest ways. I'm Innkeeper Rob, and today we're gonna match you up with Secret Paladin, Tempo Mage, and Control Priest in your first games of the new season. You're at rank 15, but it doesn't fucking matter, because I'm Hearthstone, and I don't give a fuck. Oh man. What the fuck just happened? I look away for 2 seconds because I'm playing Innkeeper Rob, and this guy goes ham on the board.
For the Empress.
How you say it, man? We know it's an avenge. Alright, so let's... we'll play this guy first. Okay.
For the wilds.
Should we swing and then Noble Sack pops? Not Noble Sack.
For the Empress.
Do we just go face? Fuck this guy. I ain't scared. I'll face race you, bro. I'm playing fucking Communion Druid. Yes. For some reason I said Druid, and then I looked at my class and go, wait, that's not a Druid, and then I realized it is a Druid. Alright, so if that is... Do we win? This is 9, and then this is 5, and that's like 14, and he's just like at 14 health, which is like the same amount. So if we just use our passive attack, pop the Noble Sacrifice, and then a swing with our creatures, and then Ysera Awakens, little does this guy know, he actually loses. Look at this tier 1 deck. It is so very powerful. All of this action is going on right now, but none of it matters. So make sure we attack with our 5-drop before we Ysera Awakens, because let's say we Ysera Awakens, it actually kills our Naga Witch. So we definitely want to attack with her first. Alright, 2 games, but I don't know if we'll get there or not. It's fine if we don't, though. I don't expect to hit rank 14. I just want to have fun. I just want to have fun. Man, Daniel, I really expected to answer your question, but then I read it back over, and it's a lot. So me and Tony are actually going to answer that when we do our next video together. So Tony can actually look at those, and then I can add on to what he says. See some pretty good input as well. So another Druid. I think these 2 can go back. Do we even keep the Sea Witch? We'll just keep the Wild Growth and put back everything else. Is there any more comments that are short and easy that we can get to? No comments. I've answered them all. Okay. What are the questions in the chat, boys and girls? Hey man, I literally just played 6 games. Think you back in any good decks to counter? Yeah, I'll get back to you as soon as how you say it, man. I'm done. So if we coin Wild Growth, and then we'll be at... Well, do we really need to coin? Because we Wild Growth naturally, and then we'll be at 4, and then we can coin and then save the Innervate and then be at 7, and that doesn't really matter. So what if we coin the Wild Growth now? We're at 2, we go to 3, we Innervate Nourish, and we get 4, and then we're at 6, and we play Master Jouster. So it's best to coin the Wild Growth right now, because we can play the Master Jouster not next turn, but the following turn. But like, let's say we didn't play coin, and then we just played the Wild Growth naturally, then we actually have to coin, and then we'd Nourish anyway, which is 2 turns, and then we wouldn't playing Master Jouster until 3 turns from then. So it actually takes a turn longer if we waited to play the coin, which seems kind of silly, because this is something we'd normally think about anyway to do, but anyway. Why is my nose stuffy? Jesus Christ, there's no cats in here, right? No cats? Alright, we're good. There's no cats. Alright. I really don't care that Darnassus ass pirates down. We're just gonna get the 2 mana crystals and say, how you doing? We actually, no, it doesn't matter. We can kill it. How you doing? Jesus, that's insane. Next turn, we just play Master Jouster, Ancient Award, we win. What the fuck? Cats! Where are the cats? Did somebody invite cats? Like, all of a sudden, my nose feels like someone's stabbing it with, like, a roulette of, like, multiple sharp knives. Fuck, man. This is highly uncomfortable, and I don't like it. Can we please win this joust? Don't pull out my loot order. Ooh, Deathwing. That's a very powerful card. Oh, man. Were you passive to take down that shield, or were you silenced? The Shade of Night's Ramp. Once was a scary creature. Alright, North Sea Kraken, so taunt. Do we just swing into this? I think we do. Why not? Yeah, it's 6 HP. If it had 5, I mean, it would have died if I attacked anyway, but the fact that that card had Divine Shield, and he has a passive that can attack into it to knock off the Divine Shield makes it so, like, not attacking with it seems kind of silly. It's really dumb for him. He needs to make this attack now. There you go. Ah, Deathwing. Really didn't want to see right here. I suppose we go for a spell because there's no reason to go for a creature. I guess we go for the Wrath to just cycle. It deals 3 damage. Passive. Gonna kill that Loatheb and then just gonna swing with everything else. We have a pretty solid field right now. If he plays anything, we North Sea Kraken in it. The following turn, we can Deathwing if he clears our board, like Force of Nature kills our board if he wants to kill off his Shade. But then we just develop a Kraken, which is 9/7, big game, we Hunter's that, and then we Deathwing because that's the way he clears the board, where we don't have a hand that we had anyway. Woo! You guys follow? Wow, this guy is greedy as fuck! How do you not? What? Chicka what? I think we just Rag because the Rag can actually kill the Shade. And he should have shaded and killed that card, but he didn't. So Rag, do well and kill that 4/4. Of course not. Rag does what he wants. What are we doing telling Rag what to do? Force of Nature. Innervate. Savage Roar. Ooh, the Savage Roar because you have both in your hand. Insane, folks. Insane. He's going to be able to kill off. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. How do we want to deal with this card? He has 5 HP. That's a way. We actually could have just North Sea Kraken phase passive and swung. Actually, we couldn't have. Don't BGH off the top. Fuck! No! Who draws Big Game Hunter off the top with 20 cards in the deck? This guy is a miracle worker. Have mercy. Ice Owl. Kill that Big Game Hunter. Are you kidding me, dude? BGH off the top after I Deathwing. You can't ask for more RNG bullshit than that. Alright. Alright, draw us into a lore. What else is good here? Gonna choose to deal 1 damage, right? Yeah, alright, that makes sense. Sylvanas is fair.
I have no time for games.
But I have a feeling he's just gonna keep her this. Alright, bad draws. Loot Hoarder, Wild Growth, Innervate, Wrath. Good draws. War, Lore, Jouster, Ysera,
I must safeguard.
Silence, Swipe, Passive. Okay. Oh man, alright, Lore. Lore to 2 cards into like Nagasea Witch into another card. Nagasea Witch into Ysera. Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. Lore. Loot Hoarder. Nice. I can see where this game's going. I guess we could get like, what is it, Idol into, Idol into like Living Roots to kill him. Or Starfire. Wild Growth. He's looking for a taunt right now. He wants a taunt. He obviously has to swing his keeper into our Loot Hoarder, which allows us to draw an extra card unless he silences it with another keeper. There's the taunt. Okay. What the fuck's happening? I'm gonna assume that this is lag, and so we're just gonna exit out and come back real quick. Because I've seen this before, and I actually waited, and then it cost me to lose the game because he kept playing, and then I just lost. So we're just gonna join back in real quick. I'm not playing that bullshit. Come on. I don't want to lose this game because Hearthstone decides it wants to disconnect me. Alright, I guess we play the lore, we die to Force of Nature Savage Roar, so we have to play the taunt. Hopefully he can't deal with the 5/10. And then next turn we can lore, draw 2, passive, swing, still protected. Seems decent. I guess Shredder, Shade, Dr. Boom's bad. Force of Nature, Savage Roar to clear. Okay. No longer has burst, but he's able to kill this, and he basically doesn't lose anything. Hits him for 10. He doesn't have any more Savage Roars. He's gonna have 6 damage next turn. Set 8 damage with that. He's only used 1 swipe. So we'll be at 13. He can pump out 6, 7. He already used one swipe, so I'm gonna draw 2 cards. There's no reason to heal. It's too defensive. We can passive here, and then swing into this, and then wrath this down. Or we kill this. He doesn't have any more Savage Roar, so killing the 2/2 doesn't really do anything for me right now. So, seems fine. Shredder doesn't bother me. Shredder. He's gonna kill off Allure, or is he gonna go face? He's 3 HP, still idle into Starfire, still a win here. Alright, so he's gonna kill it off. We can actually wrath that down, or we can go ahead and Sonaris and then make 2 1/1s, which seems pretty good. Or Dr. Boom. Okay, so there's a couple things we could do here. We Sonaris, and that's the safest way. Or we Dr. Boom, and then Wrath at 4/1, and then he has 8 damage, and we have 12, so if he draws a swipe, he wins. So I think we just do the... I think we just play the safest route here. Because he has no... Swipe still doesn't clear this. And then he's going to have to deal with that 5/8 because he's only protected by the taunt, which means he has to keep the taunt alive, which means he can only attack with the shredders unless he swings the 4/1 face. If he swings the 4/1 face and he doesn't kill off a creature with the 4/1 because he can't attack with his passive, then we're basically still safe by 3 or 4 HP. And then the next turn we can actually do some shenanigans and play Dr. Boone and Wrath, one of our own boom bots, for a chance to go face for 4. Wow, he actually killed. What is he doing? Does he have the swipe in his hand? No swipes. We win this. How you doing this? Alright, I'm glad I made this play. We just beat a tier 1 deck. Alright, so we need 1 game. So this will be it, boys and girls. If we lose this, we're done. And we'll worry about it tomorrow. If we win this, then howdy doody. And we're off to an amazing start for the season. Alright. Let's get that Innervate Coin Communion off the start into the Lore, Rag, and Taunt. It's asking for a lot, but hey, you know what? You gotta give it to me every once in a while, man. Playing a Warlock, alright. If he's Zoo, we're in a bit of a pickle. Alright, I can work with a Wild Growth. Nourish seems okay. Double Wild Growth seems decent. Alright, so how do we want to plan this out? Do we want to put back the Jouster and the Nourish? We'll play this. I'm going to assume he's playing... fuck it. I'll play safe. I'll hold on to the Nourish. Alright, so if we coin Wild Growth, that's 3 Wild Growth. If we hold it onto it naturally, that's 4. And then coin into Nourish and then Wild Growth. Okay. So we actually are not going to coin out the Wild Growth because it doesn't make sense right now. And the reason being is, okay, we coin out Wild Growth. The following turn we have 3 mana. We Wild Growth. And then we have 5. And then we Nourish. Or if we hold on to it naturally and then we Wild Growth, we have 4. Then we coin, Nourish, Wild Growth the same turn. And we actually save a turn. So... Druid things, guys. You gotta know the Druid things. If you don't know the Druid things, you ain't about that life. And it really, like, it seems kind of simple. Like, once you play Druid enough, you calculate, like, when to Wild Growth, when to coin based on your hand and the deck you're playing. But some people will just automatically see Wild Growth and a coin. They'll be like, oh, coin Wild Growth, the best thing ever! And then they'll, like, have nothing to do for 2 turns. And if they would have just held on to it and then played it and then coined, they could have played, like, back-to-back creatures. But they just, like, get all worked up because they have coin and then Wild Growth and they, like, jizz themselves. And then they realize maybe... oh, what went wrong? This deck sucks! And then it's just like, bro, like, if you just, you know, didn't blow your load on turn 1 with coin Wild Growth and just, you know, saved your pennies and just played accordingly, you would have been alright. But, yeah. So this is exactly what we were talking about, boys and girls. So now we coin, Nourish, 2 mana crystals, Wild Growth. Now we have 7 mana for next turn. Or we actually have, well, we actually could have just rat that or played Loot Hoarder and then just had 7 anyway, but it's fine. So we have a lot of 9 drops in here. Wow, he actually is playing Handlock. I was going to make that assumption, but he actually is playing Handlock. So what do we do here? Do we just play like Sylvanas Loot Hoarder? Seems pretty good. Ironbeak? Implosion? It's pretty good considering I have no forms of field clear. Besides Deathwing. Which is not a card I want to play. That's pretty good. Just deals with his imps fairly decently. Nah, I guess not, because he just swings his 4/6 in this. But then Sylvanas can hit into his Drake and actually take something. This Sylvanas is going to put him in a weird situation where he's going to want to kill the Sylvanas with his like Drake, and hopefully it pulls a 1/1. Power Overwhelming, Abusive to kill the other one. Okay. Tap.
My eyes.
Farseer. Okay. Okay, now it's just gonna take. Hopefully, it takes like a 3/3 or a 4/3. 1/2 is fine. Now he's just gonna kill it with his imp, though. And how much does this have? It's a 4/3. Yeah, that's fine. So we'll just go North Sea cracking this bad boy. We'll kill off his 3/3, and I think we've won this game. Because then next turn we just Ancient of War up. We kill anything we want with Wrath, and this guy, I mean, this is gonna be a hard game for him because it's just like huge threat after. Oh, okay, that does it. Well, that is a card. That is a card, folks. That is always a card. Alright, how do we want to do this?
Naturally.
I don't think innervating, there's merit to it right now. Next turn is like lore into Wrath, and then if we can innervate. But there's no innervate if we don't have to. Alright, so right now let's get that idol into Starfall, or Fire, or whatever it's called. Another innervate, okay. Definitely using this to draw 2 cards. This is where we're gonna Wrath this down. Ooh. Ooh. Alright, let's discover a spell. How do I call this, Bo? Oh my god! We are so good at this game. How do we call such things, guys? Who the fuck calls this stuff? Oh, no, no, I got too excited. We should have killed the Sledge Belcher first. Oh, no. Oh, no. Silly me. I'm a gooseicle. Oh, so excited, guys. So excited I make misplays. The game, the gods look my direction because I call things that no one else even dreams of. But then I get punished like this. My actually lore wouldn't have died there because we wouldn't have taken 3 from the Sludge Belcher. We would have took 1, making it so it had actually 2 more HP. So we would have been fine. But your boy's retarded. Alright, so we're just going to kill this 3/3. Play the Master Jouster. Passive. Go face. And then go face. Oh my god, I love now. I think he's playing the deck in the tournament that was like runs Leroy, Azure Drakes, ooh, Siphon Soul. Wow, that's interesting. Alright. Rag's pretty good. I think he actually has enough burst, that's the sad part. Yeah, 4 cards. I mean, Leroy is 6, Power Overwhelming, that's 10, that's 11, plus Soulfire, that's 15, that's like 16, that's 1 over Lethal if he has Leroy Jenkins, Power Overwhelming, Soulfire. Assuming that's a Dark Bomb, yeah. What does this card? Gain 10 mana crystals, discard your hand. Okay. Alright, so Rag has to... Ooh, we're fine. Kill off this 1/1 so our Rag doesn't hit that. So if Rag hits the Lothab, this game is completely over. If Rag goes phased, he still has a chance. Alright, this guy still has a chance. Because he can actually Iron Beak our War. Iron Beak War, Leroy Jenkins, Power Overwhelming. Will tap and get it? Rank 14. Okay. I don't think this is enough. Uh-oh. Don't target that. Feels bad. No BGH. You don't deserve BGH. Rank 14. Come on. Give it to me. I deserve. No BGH. Faceless. Fuck. Alright. Hit face. Woo! Woo! Alright. Spell. Starfire. Bite. Thank you, RNG gods.
For the wild.
Kisamida. Oh, thank you very much. Feels so good, guys. Feels so good. Not in a million years would I have... Oh my god. The plays, boys. The plays. It's simply the plays here at the end. Anyway, guys, always glad to have you. I'm looking forward to reading the comments that come along with this Road to Legend video. I feel like they're going to be pretty insane and really, really funny because I've been in a good mood playing this deck and I probably said some retarded shit. So, looking forward to that. As always, guys, I'm Warshack and happy whatever the hell day it is.